Okay, I think it is recording. When I am facing difficulties with conveying myself, I think I'm not clear. Sometimes it is the recording, sometimes it is my way of speaking. It can be that I'm not sure, I'm not familiar with my audience. But still, every time I have this idea, I'm recording, and quite a few of you watch me. So I'm grateful for this, despite of my not being so clear. I think I was very excited lately to see, and every time that I see somebody crossed from a certain level of understanding, a certain level of consciousness to another. So I wanted to define the passage between one level of consciousness to another with using radical thinking as means to cross between dimensions, because it is a radical thinking which makes you reconsider something to the root of it, that brings together the critical mass to make the leap, to take the leap from one level to another. So I was showing how I was talking about how a matter that is by definition in 3D, like the visible nature, which relate things, elements, beings, they relate to each other on a level that they feed each other, that they nourish each other, or they create effect, some sort of effect, but there is no sense of map to the whole field of matters. So when you have a field of matter visible to you, this is the fourth dimension. And this is where people are active, understanding of this field of objects, how they relate to each other, in understanding, trying to understand each individual object to create a helpful community. This is what happened in the fourth dimension. But it is not until you radically reconsider the whole phenomena of the fourth dimension that you go beyond the fourth dimension to the fifth dimension. So what I was saying this was that it's when all the plans have failed and we have not arrived to organize society at all. Instead, we creating more and more chaos, that eventually, the big mass of try and error to create a radical change, it can go through becoming aware of the space that wraps every object, because the space, this is a radical leap where you start to concentrate on the entire space, and from that point, every object in the field, every being in the field, it gets a different character. There's a different character that is presenting itself every time you look at an object or a being or a matter that previously was bound to a concept. If you looked at it from the perspective of space, that is that you also consider the space is most that there is here, everything is space. So if you gave respect and you consider the space above everything, so then you will be, instead of forcing the structure on many elements, you will be asking the space, to gain of the space and your perspective on all these matters. And this perspective by itself is what arranged the matters into a perfect order. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to convey in the previous videos, and I hope I did it this time more clearly. Yeah, so thank you so much. My name is Yosan Pedro. I'm happy to be heard by you again, and thank you for watching me. You're encouraging me to improve my service through this channel. Yes, and another thing I want to say, if you wonder who is Azav Taneu, Azav Taneu is a pseudonym, is a name I took, which means the opposite of my original name. In Hebrew, I'm Hebrew, so you can turn the meaning of the name upside down. So I turned it upside down because YouTube just shut my Yosan Pedro channel about a year ago. Thank you so much. Until next time.